What's up, guys? Pypo here, bringing you a video today. I'm doing some Deepwind Gorge action. In this video today, I will be talking about a little topic that I saw online that I felt like I needed to talk about because it kind of freaks me the fuck out. But first things first, I wanted to say thank you to Tormeg. I think that's how you say it, Tormeg? I don't know how to say his fucking name. But I love this guy simply because he looks like me. Look at this Torn Hunter action going on here. Actually gonna go to the right. I was gonna go mid, but it looks like our entire team went mid and none of them did, so fuck that. Gonna go over to the right here. I do still need to cap a lot of bases and get a lot of wins to get my Gorgeous title. I really do want to get it. The problem being that it's just not a thing that seems to be happening. None of them went here either. Where the fuck are the Alliance? I guess I'm gonna go get Cart. Sure, because there's no one anywhere. But what I wanted to talk about in this video was a story I saw on Reddit, which kind of freaked me the fuck out, which was there is a 12-year-old girl who has fallen pregnant and given birth to a 13-year-old father. Now, there's so many things I could talk about that involve this that are fucked up on multiple levels. For instance, them being so young, them having sex at such a young age. I mean, they would have literally both been probably 12, or maybe even 11 and 12 when they had sex, which is... I can't even talk about that. What I want to talk about is, like, why did this happen? Why is this a thing that's happened? And again, it has to go back to parenting, like, every time. So I wanted to kind of share my experience with my sex life as a young person and the way my parents kind of shaped it into not being a destructive and potentially damaging thing. By potentially damaging, I mean if you're going to have sex as a young person, which, by the way, a lot of people think it's disgusting just to even talk about this topic, but in reality, as a dude, as a guy, you're already horny. You already hit puberty and want to have sex by the time you're like 14. Like, at least for me, that's when I hit puberty when I was 14. I was like, yep, chicks. Awesome. Like, this is a thing that I want in my life. That's literally what happened. And because of that, from a very young age, I immediately started to be attracted to the opposite sex and wanted to, have physical contact with them. And, it's not an uncommon thing to want to have that from such a young age. And obviously, for these couple of kids, they've obviously hit puberty a lot younger. And in fact, wanted to have sex at, like, a super young age. But the problem being is that, obviously, as a person, you're not matured enough, you're not mentally mature enough, you're not smart enough even, you're not even intelligent or wise enough to handle what sex is. The problem being that sex, when you're a kid, at least in my experience, my first time, by the way, I think I was like 14, 15. The first time I ever had sex, that's super young, and I regret every single moment of that experience, because as a young person, it's literally like, I have a dick, you have a pussy, this is a thing that we both want, fuck it, let's do it. And it's really fucked up, but the good thing about me was I did it, felt weird about it because I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm too young to be doing this, and then I felt safe enough to then go and talk to my mother about it. So what I did was naturally go and say, hey, and I honestly felt like I could speak to her and it wasn't an issue, which is very, I think, rare for people, especially like with their parents in that kind of situation. It's very rare for someone to be able to go and openly talk to someone about this. But me and my mother have a very close relationship, and I feel honestly like I could talk to her about anything if I needed to. So because of this, I could go to her and say, hey, I did this, it made me feel weird, it's fucking weird, I'm too young for this, and blah, blah, blah. And because of that, and because of the way my mother handled it, it turned me into a more confident, more understanding person than I was originally. Basically what happened was she didn't try and say, no, this is something you shouldn't be doing. I mean, obviously she said, yes, you are too young and blah, blah, blah. But naturally, there's no way I can stop you from seeing women. Like, even as a 14-year-old kid, you're not sheltered. I mean, obviously you could be sheltered, but for me personally, like, I live in the middle of the bush, I'm riding my bike everywhere, I leave the house for hours at a time, who knows where the fuck I am. At any point in time, I could be with a girl. So instead of trying to convince me or trick me into not having sex with a girl, she actually tried to convince me and teach me on how to have sex safely and how to do it correctly without, getting a girl pregnant, which is obviously using condoms, making sure a girl's on the pill. If a girl is on the pill, still use a condom. By the way, guys, I have to say this right now because I feel like a lot of pregnancies occur because of this. A lot of women are on the pill. A lot of women for different reasons. Some women are on the pill because their period is over the top and it's very violent period, and they want to control it and keep it under control, and they take the pill to make their period less, fucking terrible, pretty much. That's a lot of women that do that. and only a handful of women actually take the pill for contraception purposes to stop themselves from getting pregnant. Now, the problem being that the pill actually works differently depending on how you take it, and a lot of women don't realize this either. But when you take the pill, it only works at certain periods of time during yourself taking it. Meaning that, say a girl has just gotten her period, a lot of the times when she's just taking her period, when she's just had her period, she usually, what a girl will do is she'll stop having the pill when she first starts to bleed, and then after she finishes bleeding, she'll start taking the pill again. If this is a way that a girl takes the pill, that means blade storms. If that's the way the girl takes the pill, she's actually not safe from pregnancy for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks after she's finished her period, she can still fall pregnant. And it's just the way the pill works. That if you go for that duration of having your period and not taking the pill, which is what most women do because what they're doing is taking the pill to control their period, it's actually not going to stop them from getting pregnant. The way it does stop you from getting pregnant is if you take the pill, you get your period, and when you get your period, you take it like the very next day while you're still bleeding, because the pill will then still be active and it will still carry over to the rest of your life and it will continue forward. But if you don't have the pill for like a week or whatever, like how long your period is, it means that for 2 weeks after that, even if you start taking it, you're not going to be safe from pregnancy. So if you're a guy and a girl says, "Hey, I'm on the pill, you know, it's fine, let's just wear a fucking condom. Just wear a fucking condom anyway. Just do it." The only point in time you should not be wearing a condom is A, you're trying to have a child, like you're actually actively trying to get a girl pregnant, or B, you're 100% certain and have been with this girl for I'm gonna say over 6 months, and you're certain that she knows what you're doing, you've discussed it, and not only that, you have to discuss whether or not, if a pregnancy would occur, what you would do with the child, because a lot of times, this is just a thing, kids think, like, it's not a thing that'll ever happen to me, blah, 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 blah. A lot of times, it's a fucking pretty frequent thing that can happen, guys, and a lot of times, a woman's views on having a child or keeping a child is gonna be completely different to yours. So this is something, like, it sucks, and it's not something I'm saying, you have your dick out and you're about to have sex with a girl. I'm not saying stop having sex and discuss it with a girl. I'm saying just make sure that in your relationship you have discussed it and it's it's already happened. And I got sidetracked. And obviously wear a condom because you don't want to get fucking AIDS as well, by the way. Like, especially like if it's a girl that you've just met, just wear a fucking condom. Just do it, because it'll ruin your fucking life. But yeah, so basically the way I think that this happens, like such a young person has sex and gets pregnant with another person, I honestly believe it's like a lack of parenting, and it's almost a lack thereof people being able to tell you how to parent as well. Like, if I had a kid that was 11 and had sex, I have no idea how to treat the kid, but I'd want to be able to teach them that, like, hey, let's scale it back. You shouldn't be having it this young, but then you also want to teach them ways to have safe sex if they do it anyway, because if they're 11 and they're having sex, they're already turning into a fucking adult, even at that young age. You need to make sure that they know, if they are going to do it, which most likely they are, how to do it safely and make sure they don't get a girl pregnant, because this is fucking ridiculous. It's fucking crazy that there's a 12-year-old girl out there that's giving birth. Like, I'm surprised it didn't fucking kill her, to be honest. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day with that video. That's kind of a shitty beach. I got targeted a lot in that one. But thanks for watching. Have a good day with the video, guys. I'll see you in the next video. See you later.